I do get nasty. Welcome to the Wonderland Effect. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here, thank you for being A1 since day one. As you guys know, the channel is nothing without you. So please comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. So today, I have a very special guest, and I have been waiting for this interview for a long, long time. And I'll give the mic away, let him introduce himself. And you guys, if you're from the Valley, then you already should know who this is.
Derek Graves, a man of many things, a master of nothing, a God-fearing man, a head coach, and a person who's involved in his community.
I love that. Okay, question. Did you
Yes.
do your cheat meal Sunday today?
No, I didn't.
So what are you doing today?
Today, I honestly don't know. I got a couple of videos in the archives.
Okay.
I'm actually on a diet right now, so I kind of pre-recorded some of my videos and got to edit it real quick when I get out of here.
I was going to ask you, so how do you balance training while doing the cheat meal Sundays?
It depends on what mode I'm in. Sometimes I'm eating super healthy, and I said, like this last time, I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to indulge in whatever I feel like eating for a week, and just kind of record the content and then drop it on those Sundays. So
I love it. So you're a real content creator. You don't just go on the fly.
Yeah, no, I've tried to be now. It's one of those things I'm just getting into, even though I do it pretty well, actually, but I'm just really getting into the comfortability of being a content creator for myself.
Is it weird?
For sure. Super weird. Super weird. Just getting into it. I feel like sometimes I have imposter syndrome with, like, just like, man, I'm in front of a camera and got to do this. I'm in a restaurant recording. It's just kind of like weird because we didn't grow up in that era, but it is something I'm getting used to, and I enjoy it.
Okay. So let's start from the beginning. I just wanted to get in the little cheat meal Sunday
you know what time it is.
tip. But where are you from? I want the background story. Let's start from there.
Okay. Born and raised in Stockton, California.
We love that.
I did move away for college, lived in Chico for a little bit, lived in Pocatello, Idaho, and Rapid City, South Dakota. Yeah.
And then when did you move back?
I moved back in 2014. Yeah, 2014. So I graduated in 2008. I did college and, kind of went back home to Delta for a little bit. I had a journey in college, different locations and stuff like that. But I was finished all the way with school. I graduated in 2012, December 2012. And then I had one more year of football in 2013. And I officially moved back in November 2013.
I love that. So where did you graduate from? High school?
Chavez.
Chavez.
The
Okay.
Cesar Chavez High School.
Ooh.
Hold on, where'd you go?
Lincoln.
I'm leaving. Let me get out of here.
I went to Lincoln High School.
Let me get up out of here.
Look, I'm still proud to be a Trojan.
L's down.
I'm still proud to be a Trojan.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But how does it feel to actually come back and be your head coach at Cesar Chavez now, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. It's
feel?
a blessing.
Yeah.
Like extreme blessing. God put me there for a reason, and I'm like extremely grateful that I get to serve that community, that school, and it's an awesome thing to do.
I think it's amazing what you're doing with the kids because I do see some of the clips that you post for your program. Like it's an intense, but it seems like you're super connected with your team. Like the mindset is that this is a family.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, they either, they come from backgrounds where they don't have families and they don't have that support. So when they come to you and they come to the field, that's what they're looking for is some kind of structure and support. So how does it feel having that be your thing now? Like that's your basis. That's where you're at.
It's an extreme blessing, like I said. And like you hit on, it's a lot of kids from different demographics. Stockton is a really diverse place. So we have kids who have two-parent households, and we have kids who don't live with their parents. I think that just serving everybody at that school and just meeting those kids where they're at is the best part of it. Because just because you got a two-parent household doesn't mean you're not going through anything.
Yeah, that's true.
You get what I'm saying? And it's some kids who don't live with their parents, but they're doing really well. So I think meeting the kids where they're at and just trying to make them better for exactly where they're at is the best part of the duty I'm doing.
Yeah. So what is the most challenging thing when you do face, the kids that do come and they may be a little challenged in behavior and mannerisms? Like how do you handle that?
I think the biggest challenge, I really don't look at it as like a challenge is like that. It's like they kind of, I hate to say it, I'm going to be patient with them. But if they're not getting with the program, we can't let one cancer affect the whole team.
Yeah.
But I am patient with them because my job is to save lives. I really know that's my calling on this with this team is to help people. So it's some kids who don't get it right away, and we have to have accountability sessions, and we got to have different things for them to get better. But they do come along for the most part.
I love that. So When you're talking about an accountability system, do you teach that to your own children as well?
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
they're
My
already-
kids, they in line. You know, they're great kids.
Yeah.
I have them at home with me all day, every day. I raise them, so it's a lot easier because I actually built the foundation from birth. You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
a lot
it's
of
your
kids, a lot of kids that I'm dealing with, they don't live with me. We spend a lot of time together. They probably get coach grades for about 4 hours a day, 3 or 4 hours a day, which is a lot of time too. But at the end of the day, it's also over 100 kids in the program.
Yeah.
So, you know, each kid gets a little bit of me each and every day. Some kids need more coach grades and other coaches than another kid might need me. But, you know, it just depends. Each kid, you can't coach everybody the same, and everybody has their own circumstances and their own needs. So you just got to meet them where they're at.
How do you take time for yourself, though? Because I know a lot of this consumes majority of your life, and you're also a father, you're also a husband. Like, you have to take time for yourself. So how do you recharge yourself?
By recharging myself, really taking that time to give myself quality time. So whenever I want to do something, if it's important to me and I know I need to debrief, I'm going to do it. So it might be a situation where I know I got to get up at 5, 6 in the morning, but me and my wife haven't spent time together. We're going to stay up until 11 o'clock because the kids just went to bed at 9:30. She just had a long day. We might stay up until 12 just talking, watching movies, and I might be a little sleep deprived the next day, but that's time for us. Time for myself. If I need to go to the gym, I'm going to do that, even if I have to wake up a little earlier, didn't get as much sleep. You got to do those things to be fulfilled, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of nobody else, period, point blank. And that's what I truly believe.
I agree. I love that. So I'm going to go a little bit off because you mentioned it. So I experienced something over the weekend. I went to a birthday party, and I told you off air, I stopped drinking. So a lot of people were not aware that I had made this lifestyle change. They see me in the gym, but, you know, people will still drink. So I go to the birthday party, and everybody's ordering drinks, but I order a lemonade.
Yeah.
And everybody looks at me like I committed murder. So everybody starts shaming me for not drinking. And I'm just like, you know what's crazy is that you're all shaming me for trying to be better. But nobody has shamed the person who called me out.
Come on.
Nobody has pointed the finger and said, well, you're driving and you still want to drink. Nobody said that. Why do you think we're in that society where it's like you can make a lifestyle change and people don't necessarily agree with it? Like, it could be better for your health, because that's overall what I'm aiming for is better health. But why do you think we're in such a twisted society?
I think that just people don't know what they don't understand. And I don't want to say it. It's not a shot at you, but because it just happened to me, actually, ironically. Me and my cousin and my wife and my friends, we went to like a little lunch thing after one of my kids' party, and my cousin was like, I got the drinks. I was like, I'm not drinking right now. He was like, man, what you mean? I'm not drinking right now. But I just think it's kind of like, if people don't understand it, and, you know, it's kind of like you are who you hang around with. So that's who you were just a few months ago, probably.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's either those people are going to elevate or get left behind.
Yeah.
Period, point blank. And it could be cousins, sisters, uncles. It don't matter. You got to make changes for you. But people just, they're like that. That's how our society is. And if they're around that all day, every day, that's all they know. So I don't think we should shame those people that you know, I think we, you know, or feel too much the type of way. Now, if they continuously do it and you already told them what type of time you on, then it's like, I got to remove myself from you. But it's kind of like ignorance of the law is not an excuse. They don't know what they don't know, or whatever the case is. So you educated them, and you standing on what you said. You didn't drink, right?
No.
You didn't crash out. Come on now. You didn't crash out.
I didn't.
So at the end of the day, I think society is just, because if you're hanging out with a different group of people, it might not be that type of time. They'll be like, oh, yeah, good, of course. But it's just who you are, who you hang around with, pretty much.
Yeah. I think people don't realize like how hard it is to actually say no. Like I already have that psychological pattern where I associate a good time with drinking, and I'm trying to disassociate that from my life.
You're not trying.
Like, well, yes, I'm in the midst of it, but it's just like even the person that I'm hanging out with, like, we could be sitting there talking, but the itch to still have a drink is there. And I think that was the mistake that I made, is I didn't really tell people like, hey, I'm not drinking. So now when I'm going out, like I'm going out later on today, and I texted people and I'm like, hey, just for, you know, fair warning, like I'm not drinking. This is a personal choice. Please respect it. Some of my friends are like, oh, girl, wow, that's crazy. And the other ones are like, girl, you could drink a lemonade. Like, come on and chill with me.
Yeah. And
once I start feeling like, I've gotten to that point where I start feeling like if I feel like I want to have a drink, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go home.
That's good.
Because I just have it in my head of what I want. Like, the goal that I want is there, and I'm on my way there. I think a lot of people don't understand the discipline it takes to get to a goal. And because I have so many goals, and I don't know if you feel this way, I have so many goals going on right now that I feel like if I slip in one department, I'm going to slip in all departments.
Yeah. So, no, for sure. And you could feel that way. And that's just a conviction thing that you got for yourself. Yeah. So I think that if those people continue to pressure you, fall back from them. Yeah. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you need to be around equally yoked people.
Yep. And that's, you know? Me and Cam were just talking about that. He was like, well, fuck them.
Yeah, period.
Pretty much. It's like, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, but at least respect my decisions.
Yeah, we only got so much time on this earth, and you need to live it how you want to live it.
Yeah. So speaking of goals, how do you accomplish some of your goals? Like, what are your steps to accomplishing your goals?
Man, I hate to say it or sound cliche, but it's just like Nike, just do it. Mm-hmm. And it's That's probably, true. Like the best, worst thing that my mom ever did for me is instill extreme amount of belief and confidence from a young age. My mom used to tell me, you could do anything. Like I remember as a kid, like, man, you could do it. Just practice, make perfect, like little sayings that still stick with me to this day. But it's kind of like a gift and a curse because sometimes I know I could do it, so I'll procrastinate to something. I'll procrastinate for heck of long, like me being a millionaire. So, well, I know I'm going to be a millionaire. Why ain't you did it yet? Because I'm serving my community. I'm doing this. And,
you are serving the community, though.
Yeah, no, but it's just kind of like, it's like with little things, like I know it's going to happen. Yeah. Like I know for a fact it's going to happen, but it kind of makes me at times with certain tasks, makes me take the foot off the gas with certain things, but it's still going to happen. You know what I'm trying to say?
I think that's just a human in you. Like you got to be allowed to be human.
Yeah.
But the internet is such a very interesting place where people will form their own opinions of you. Yeah. And have their own expectations of you, but not give you the grace to be human, which is really weird. Like it's a very weird society we live in. And I say it all the time, like, it's very weird to have somebody so attached to your life that you've never met. Like, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever, like, I'm not where I want to be yet. I'm working on it. But even so, like, some of the things that I get on a daily basis, and it could be DMs, it could be emails, and I'm just like, okay, this is what I got to deal with. Like, these are why I have to put more things in place.
Yeah, it's starting to get like that for sure.
Yeah, and then people are entitled. They feel so entitled to your life and your time, and I'm like, at one point, I was oversharing, and this is, I feel like every content creator goes through this, where you overshare, and then there's another point where you draw back and you don't share as much. So how did you make that distinction between what's private and what's public?
I think just staying organic to what I want to show and just who I am as a person. Because it's a lot I don't show. Like I don't overly share my family, even though I do share bits and pieces of them. It's some stuff like I don't think I'll ever get comfortable with. Like my mom always said, man, if you started the Graves YouTube and the Graves it would go off, son. I'd be watching this family and y'all got so much. I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to do that. Yeah. You know, that's my family. You feel me?
I think they have to be here. It's like what you said earlier. If you don't know, you don't know. So like if you're not here, you don't know. But the pressure of being a presence on the internet is enough for me to like, I don't show the kids' faces, anybody in my family, like any of the children that I'm around. Yeah. Like I barely show the adults, but the kids are a no-go. Yeah. Because people do things that you see it on the internet all the time. I mean, in the news, like people do weird things.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And the higher you go, the more people want to know. Yeah. And they'll Google you. They'll find you, try to figure out where you live. Like, it's a lot of, you have to be careful.
No, 100%. I probably should be more careful, but yeah.
I feel like it sucks because we want to be a part of a community and share, but it's also to protect our privacy and our loved ones from the harsh realities of the internet. Like people are at such a fingertip knowledge that they will do anything and everything.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And I think there's a lot of people with mental illnesses these days, and y'all got to work on that because
it's a lot.
We are all human. I just want y'all to know that. Okay, so you're pretty known in the Valley. Like most people know who you are. How does it feel to get acknowledged? Like when you're out and about, like, do you get overwhelmed at all?
No, not really. I mean, honestly, before I start doing content and all that, I've kind of always been, I guess you could say, quote unquote, known or popular since I was young. So I've always been like the guy that knows people from everywhere and all sides of town, all different cities. So I've always been known. I could go to, me and my wife went to Mexico a few months back. I knew a couple people there. Like, and then, you know, wherever I go, I always see people I know. So what I can say is now that I notice more heads do this, like kind of do this. I'm like, you know, but I mean, I'm a guy of integrity, so I'm not hiding nothing. You know, it's all good.
I love that. So how do how does your family feel about you being so known?
No, they don't be tripping.
They don't
Yeah,
care.
no, it's normal to them.
Dude, my mom is so not feeling it.
Yeah, for real.
My dad don't care. My dad's like,
Yeah.
okay, that's my baby. My dad is all for it. My mom was
Mm-hmm.
like, do you really have to post that on the internet?
Nah, yeah, it's one of those things that even for me, like somebody could be somewhere and they can meet my mom, not even knowing it's me, or my mom could just run into a conversation and about me. But it's kind of even been like that before I started doing content. Yeah, so it's normal.
I just feel like I told my mom, I'm like, hey, you know, like I'm growing up a little bit. I got a little more modest now on the internet. Like, hey, you know, I dress a little better. I'm not out here embarrassing y'all. Like, chill out.
Yeah.
And
You
I
could be
think
doing a lot worse. You know, things.
I have been doing better. Like
Good.
at the beginning, I was really like, people were in my ear about how to navigate the entertainment industry, but I felt like it wasn't for me. Like, I don't want to be on the internet half naked, and I don't want to be. I don't have a better word for it, but I don't want to be disgraceful to the men in my family. Like, and
100%.
that means something to me.
It should. No, most definitely. I think every person should carry themselves with a level of class and dignity. And you know, if for me, I don't want to put nothing that my kids and my parents would be like
Embarrassed
of.
of.
You know what I'm trying to say? So I do care about how my family perceives me. I don't care what people think, but I do care what my mom think and my wife and my kids. Like, I'm a representation of them. You know what I'm trying to say? So I don't want to ever embarrass them or embarrass myself. So I do care what they think. I don't care what the world think, but what they think matters.
Yeah. Have you ever dealt with a family member that just disagreed on something that you posted?
No, I ain't really. Not really. Nah,
But you're also super positive, so like I can't see you posting anything that somebody would be. Like,
no, I don't. Everything I post is gonna be food, football, faith. I really don't post politics stuff, even though I love politics. I'm into it, but I really learned in college, like, I keep that separately. You feel me? I'm gonna let people know I represent Jesus Christ, period, point blank, JC, what's happening. But, if somebody was like, oh, I'm this religion, okay, well, God bless you. I still love you. Or I believe I like this president or this person. I'm like, I'm a part of this party. I'm like, that's you. I don't really get into all that. So a lot of stuff that I post is, if you hating on it, you're a weirdo. So you gotta be a real life weirdo. Yeah, for sure. There's some weirdos out there, but for sure,
they get attached to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get a little bit on a more deep level.
Okay.
At what moment did you feel like being a part of a coaching program, because you've been doing it a while?
Yeah, going on year 11.
Was it for you? Like, what made you make that decision to see that this was something you wanted to deep dive into?
It happened organically when I just got done playing football, 2013. One of my old coaches reached out to go coach somewhere else, and I interviewed with 2 places, and I was still in the midst of playing football while I was coaching. Like, I had a situation where I could have went to Canada or this arena team, and then I remember I had a point where it's like right after I got done, just got done coaching. I had a point where I had plenty of opportunities. My mom was like, you need to go do this. You go be a correctional officer or, be a counselor in a prison. You can make this much money. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want to coach, So I kind of like registered real early on. Like, oh, I said it out loud, verbalized it, even without me really knowing. Yeah, I want to coach. And I think it just came naturally. It was one of those things that it's been opportunities where I could have chased the money. I got hired at a certain job in the Bay Area. And then I kept on asking God, is this meant for me? Is this meant for me? Is this meant for me? He kept on showing me, like, bro, this is what's meant for you. And it's not always easy. Sometimes it's like, yo, you could go do this, but it's like, nah, this is where my heart is. Like, I like doing this. And I'm not one of those dudes that coach for my own satisfaction, even though I love coaching and I do get something out of it. But the main thing I get out of it is helping young men and helping young people. So
I think to do what you're doing, you have to come from a servitude kind of mindset. It literally, I think that's what makes you closer to God. And I'm not really religious. I'm spiritual with it and faithful. Like, I do believe in God, and I think God gives you and places you in certain situations so that you have no other choice but to make that choice one way or another. Like, so for the company that I work for, I can't mention what company, but they just canceled an entire shift of people. And
I think I've seen it online.
I had wanted to go to a certain place because that's where all my people are.
Yeah.
That's where all my comfort is. Like, my friends are there. I didn't get it.
Okay.
And I looked at it one of 2 ways. First way is I asked God to keep me focused.
Come on.
And I asked God to put me in place to get where I want to go.
Come on.
And then I asked God, why couldn't I get the comfort? But I really feel, and I was just discussing this with one of my friends, that I got placed in this position because I need to focus. So I had said it first. He gave me the position that I wanted. I got the promotion I wanted.
Yeah.
Now I asked for something else. He took all the distractions I could possibly have away.
Come on.
Everyone. I'm like super sad about it, but I feel blessed. And I don't think I could have got to this point of feeling blessed if I didn't go through life the way that I did. Like,
man, I kind of just went through something like that these last few months, where I was on top with my own personal things, and he didn't bring me down, but he kind of redirected me on some things, and I was like, why am I going through this? You know, it wasn't just me; it was a lot of people in the position I was in that we all shared. And it's like, why are we, or why am I going through this specifically? And at the end of the day, you know, he's going to give you what you need, and he's going to show you who you are and exactly what way to go. That's all I can say. So, you know, sometimes we question him, but I don't think we should question him like why, but it's like, why, you know? So
I think I was talking to my dad about it, because me and my dad, we talk. When I go through stuff, I usually call my dad or I call my brothers, and we talk about it. And I had mentioned what I was going through, and he was like, well, what did you ask him for? And I was like, I asked for this. He was like, so what are you complaining about? And I just had to sit there. I'm like,
it's a wise man right there.
I guess I got to be quiet. You're right, Dad.
Yeah.
So, like, I have so much that I want to do. And in order for me to do it, and my friend's been saying this for months, our common friend, he's been telling me for months, like, you got to stay focused. Like, you cannot stray away.
Come on.
You can't be sitting there in your comfort zone when you're asking for this much. And then I had told him my realization, and he was like, I told you this. I've been told you this.
Yeah.
So what are you telling me? I'm like, shut up. Like, nobody asked you for that. Like, nobody asked you. I wanted you to indulge in my bullshit.
Yeah.
But I think also that's another thing that I'm blessed about, is having people in my corner that will call me on my shit.
Yeah.
Like, I love it and I hate it.
You got to. Yeah.
Love it
we
and
need
hate
to
it.
be held accountable.
Yeah. And,
You know?
I think a lot of people don't have that. That's why earlier when we were talking about accountability, I asked you about your children, because I feel like a lot of these kids don't be having accountability.
Yeah, some of them don't.
No.
Some of them, like, and sometimes they do have parents in their household, but the parents might work full time. Like, it's like, you know, we got to pay bills and we got different shifts, and you might have 3 or 4 siblings in the house while your parents work 8 to 12 hours and they got to commute to the Bay. And it could be a lot of variables for each person in their household. So, you know, hopefully I could be that person for them. That could be that missing link.
Yeah.
You know.
See, I think when we were growing up, because you graduated right when I was starting. So, like.
Did you graduate 12?
Yep.
Okay, I'm away,
So, yes. So when you were out, I was coming in.
Yeah.
But in that time zone, it was like a lot of us learned how to be independent, probably way too quick. Not going to lie.
Yeah.
And then it's pretty much, if you want to, go get it. You have those two types of people who either you got what you wanted or you just failed. Like, you just went down the wrong path. And I think from our high school days to their high school days, completely different.
Way different.
Completely different. And I know you see it firsthand because you're dealing with it still.
Yeah.
So how does that reflect, or how does that impact the way that you father
As far as what?
your own kids? Like, how do you, like, things that you see, what do you
through?
put in place to make sure that your kids are completely aligned to what you see for them?
Yeah, no, it's just, you know, whatever the standard is the standard, and whatever is going on the outside, that ain't got nothing to do with you, right? Just, you know, especially my oldest son, and just really teaching, like, everything you're going through is a life lesson, and anything you won't work for it. But as far as, like, this stuff that's going on, you just got to keep them focused on the main thing. The main thing is being a good human.
Yep.
Right? Like, I
love
really
that.
put that, like, bro, you got to be a good
said
human.
It. I love that you said that.
Yeah,
I always say
that's
that.
my main thing with my kids, you know, especially my older one, because my youngest, he just turned 7. And we're just teaching him, like, you know, the basics, but just being a good human, being a good person, being a real person, being a loyal person, you know, stuff like that. So I really try to teach the human aspect, especially in this internet world when stuff is just easily shown at the palm of their hands, and they're learning a lot from TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. It's like, no, what's real?
Yeah.
You know, what's real? So trying to get that and making sure we instill the word in them as much as possible, and, that's what I really need to do more of, taking my kids to church, being consistent, Bible study. So I got to hold myself accountable and get better with that myself. So
I think we all could do a little improvement when it comes to that. Me intentionally, I need to get back. I was just saying this the other day that I want to get back into church.
Come to my church.
What church?
Lighthouse of the Valley.
I need to go.
I'm gonna invite you. You coming next
I'm
Sunday?
coming.
We there.
Okay.
Pastor Delgado.
I could do that before I go to work.
Okay.
Definitely do that.
Yeah,
Actually, no, I'm off.
Next Sunday?
Yeah, next Sunday.
All right. Well, I'm gonna see you there.
Okay, so dang, I lost my okay, being a good person, that one. So I always say this to a lot of people, and it seems to go over their head, like especially in dating. Like, okay, so people will give you this long list about the requirements they require when it comes to dating.
Yeah.
Nowhere on that list is it ever be a good person.
Yeah.
And I say this all the time. Like, my friends will ask me, oh, so what's your type? I just want him to be a good man.
Come on.
I want him to be a faithful man and a good man. Like, I don't want a laundry list of things. And I know society has poisoned people into thinking they need to be 6-figure earner, blah, 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 this and that. I don't need you to be that. I just need you to be a faithful man and a good man.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah. I feel like I'm a dating coach. A lot of my friends be reaching out to me and talking to me, and I, help them. Not saying I got all the answers, but at the end of the day, you're right. A lot of people, want this and this and this. Worry about them being a good person first. Like, don't worry about all the extra. Like, who are they as a person? Who are they in their worst season?
Yes.
In their best season,
worst
worst
season.
season.
How do they handle it?
Yeah.
Like, I think people rush into the situation where they think, oh, we just need to be one. Okay, but what does that person look like by themselves before you try to mesh into one? Like, yes, if you find a wife, you find a good thing. But are you a good person overall? Like,
yeah.
And then do you even like each other?
Yeah.
Do you like each other minus sex? Like, I've been in a lot of situations, a lot of relationships where I can wholeheartedly admit that we probably got way too intimate, way too quick. And I never knew them as people and was rose-colored glasses. Like, at the end of the day, I got to say that the person that I'm with now, like, in the situation that I'm in, is the most healthy I've ever been.
Good.
Like, it doesn't have to be intimate. It literally, I enjoy that person, like, as a person, like, just because of the man that he is.
Yeah.
And I like that. I've never been here.
That's good. It's a blessing.
Yes.
So I always tell my female friends, and really my male friends too, slow motion better than no motion.
Yeah.
Where I really get to know that person, and before you get to doing all this other stuff, like, really just do that, because your mind starts shifting when you start doing adult things.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, you start thinking with other heads, and, you really got to, you get what I'm saying? Like, you got to really
focus it real quick,
yeah,
bro.
focus on who this person is and really getting to know them,
I think a lot of people, like, me and my dad talk about this too. He's like always asking me, so when you gonna settle down? When you gonna get married? I'm like, Dad, I am entertaining someone at this point in time. And he was like, so that means y'all having sex? I said, no, Dad, it don't mean that. This time I'm getting to know this person for who he is.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little bit different when you get older, because you should be looking for, okay, little background. I'm extremely spoiled.
Okay.
My dad is there. I have enough brothers to, like, do anything that I need taken care of around the house.
Yeah.
I don't even have to go get my oil changed if I don't want to.
Yeah.
I do it myself, but just for context, I'm an extremely spoiled woman, and I've
You the
never.
only girl?
No.
Okay.
There's 3 of us.
Okay, got you.
But
they look out for y'all.
We're
Yeah.
all extremely spoiled.
Got
Like,
you.
we call our dad at any moment and get what we want.
Okay.
So if we've always been taught that though. Like, if you don't got it, my dad will do it.
Yeah.
Like, my brother will do it. If I needed something done, I just called my brother to come do it. So that's the kind of relationship that we built in a family unit. So whenever we dated partners, it was always like, well, if you don't do it, my dad's going to do it. And if my dad got to do it, then I don't need you. And it's always been like that. My mom is more or less like a stronghold. She's like, she's not your typical woman. Like, she has been top earner. She just is very strong-minded.
She got masculine traits.
Says what she wants.
Yeah.
Does what
She's
she
single?
wants. No.
Okay.
She with my dad.
Okay.
They gonna die
Gotcha.
together.
Oh, that's good.
That's
good. They found each other and they're
Almost.
still together.
Almost 40 years.
Oh, come on, man. They perfect for each other
They
then.
They
Yeah.
never go. Like, they may have, like.
Your dad's not argumentative, huh?
Hell no.
He's very calm and collected.
He will make a joke out of anything.
Yeah.
My mom could be hot-headed, spiraling out of control. He'd be like, look at her. Her head finna pop off.
But they balance each other though, because
Yes.
if he was extremely, not saying he's not masculine, but if he was overly masculine and very strong
work.
will, it would not work. So I'm glad they're, you know, work perfect for each other.
My mom is very, I'd be like, woman, chill out.
Yeah, relax.
Chill out. But then I also know that some of those traits are in me. Like
Yeah.
I am extremely, my job is extremely masculine. I'm like, I'm the top of the top. So it's like, it's really hard for me sometimes to like backtrack.
Yeah.
But that goes to show that in the dynamic that we have with the family, like I know what it is when a man takes care of women. Like
Yeah.
I have seen it.
Yeah.
So I require that.
So when you date, it's hard. Yeah, I feel that. What I would tell you is, hopefully, it hasn't been times where you got this guy now, it's good. But hopefully, there ain't been times like a dude was like, I'm busy, I can't do it today because I got work. Oh, you can't do it today because you got work? Well, I'm going to go have my dad do it. I'm done with you. You're like, babe, I got work. Like, well, I just got work. I'm not saying I can't do it. I got work. But it's more so like they don't want to or
they
stuff
don't
like that.
offer to do it. Like,
Got you.
and I think there's this misconception with people and money. I'm not talking about money.
Yeah.
Like, yes, money, it matters. Like, don't come over here without it. Like, be able to take care of yourself. I don't need you to like spoil me with Gucci, Fendi, Prada. I don't need that.
Yeah.
But at least be able to support yourself, to keep yourself maintained. Like that's something that I require. But also because I make my own money, I don't really need you to do that. And the way that I've moved in my business, I'm never gonna not make some shit move.
Got you.
So that's just in me. But for a partner, I want them to be able to build my fucking bookshelf and like, I don't know, move something around for me and clean something off that I can't reach. Like that's just, my mom gave me this tip when we were, I think I was like 25, 26. She was like, you need to stop doing everything for that man. She's like, you need to give him little things to do so he feels like he has a place in your life. And I didn't understand that at the moment. So I would just do everything for myself or like call my dad.
And then
like,
eventually he was like, well, what you need me for?
Exactly.
Like,
and then it became the person became really complacent and really stuck. Like, oh, she don't need me. I'm just going to sit here. So then I learned my lesson, like, yeah, you got to do something to be over here. You got to be something to be over here. You can't do it. Yeah. And my dad always says it too. He's like, if you got a man, what are you calling me for?
Yeah, exactly.
If you got a man, why do you need to call any of us? He's like, if you still got to call me for stuff, you don't got a man. And so I live by that now. I'm like, I tell my friends that too. I'm like, I don't tell them to be, you know, feminist in that way, like, oh, shame men, I hate men, but at least have some standards.
Yeah,
like,
you got to have standards in anything you do, for sure.
And even talking to some of the men that I talk to, they're like, so how do you, like, being a high earner, like, how do you balance that? I'm like, I don't talk about money.
Yeah.
Because what I want from you is not money.
Yeah.
What I want from you should be your last name and your legacy.
Come on. Woo.
And what are you having as a legacy?
Yeah.
If you don't have anything to show for you, you ain't got nothing for me.
Yeah.
It just.
So let me ask you this: does it matter if individual, hypothetically speaking, you're dating? Let's just say, I don't know what you're making. I'm assuming upwards of 100, but don't upwards of 100.
Yes.
Let's just say you met a man who was a good person, right? Great person, dressed really well, smelled really good, walked in the room and everybody felt his presence, but he made $40,000 a year. You know. And he has one kid, but him and his baby mama are on good terms. What would you do about that? Like, would you date somebody that's out of your tax bracket?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You good then?
It's not about the money. It's what are you doing? What are you
as a person?
Like, what is your plan? Can you lead me?
Okay, good. You saying all the right stuff.
Like I really do believe. Like,
no, that's good. No, for sure.
If you can't lead you cannot lead me.
For sure, 100%.
You can't lead the family I'm trying to build.
Yeah.
Because that I truly believe women are here to create and nurture families. Like,
100%.
We're here to do that. I want to be in my girly life. Like, I don't want to have to be masculine.
That's how my wife is. My wife, I'm like, baby, did you just see? She's like, oh, my wife just be on cloud 9 with me.
Yes, happy.
Just like, I'm like, boom, 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 boom. Like, so, you know, she's living her most feminine excellence.
And that's what I like now. The situation that I'm in, I'm happy. Like, I don't. It doesn't have to be what everybody else thinks that it should be.
Yeah.
I don't talk to anybody else about it because why? This is the man that I'm choosing, not you.
Come on, period.
You don't gotta lay down with him. I do.
Period.
You're not the one entertaining what he got going on. I am. So I really keep it to myself. Like, my friends, I had a friend yesterday. She just telling me about this man that's no good for her, and I'm just like,
why you still dealing with him?
I can't relate. It's like, I really can't.
And when people, not just women, but when humans do that. It's like, oh, this person, this and this, and they've been complaining about it for 2 or 3 years. Why are you still there? That's a you problem. It's not a them problem.
I think people are addicted to misery.
I think
they get grouped together and they just complain together. And
I think it's more so people don't want to be alone.
That too.
I think it's sad because I don't think nobody, misery does love company. But when it does find you, like, say if you've been used to somebody for so many years, it is hard to move on probably.
Yeah, because you learn them and you learn that habit.
And then it's like, okay, I know this person's going to do this, and this, and I'm used to them. And if we break up, what's going to happen? So.
But see, I always say this too. Like, if you stay in something God doesn't want you to be in, he's going to make it. So like, you have to get out of it. Like, you're either going to die trying to stay in it or you're going to get out of it. Like, he doesn't really give you a gray area. It's everybody has either one or two moments. I've had, I think, the most detrimental moment when I was 21. And it was at a point where I was literally going to lose my life trying to be with somebody or I needed to back out. Hardest thing I ever had to do in my life was like pull myself out of that. So ever since then, like, did it make me a little harder on the inside? Yes, because that is the biggest fear anybody who's ever crawled out of a deep darkness can ever have, is to go back that deep. So it'll always be there, but I know what it looks like when I am so down that I should not be there, that I've dwelled too long in the darkness and about to lose my life is insane. But I was really there, like starving myself and all kind of shit. Just
that's a testimony though. Hopefully you could help some young women whenever you're comfortable talking about that. I mean, I could kind of read between the lines. I don't know exactly what happened, but your testimony, probably you should speak on that whenever you're comfortable with it.
And I do sometimes, like when I meet women that are going through like abuse or like any kind of domestic abuse, we do talk about it. And maybe I will have an episode about it.
I think it'd be probably really healing for you. Yeah. And then it'll help a lot of women. I was just talking to my wife about this the other day. Well, today actually, I'm gonna drive up here about individuals like going through things, and it's like choose, because I think we were talking about the Diddy case, right? Hopefully we don't get.
I'm so tired of Diddy.
Yeah. So I don't know all the details on it. We're just kind of like seeing what we did see on the internet, and I'm like, well, why wouldn't she just leave? She had opportunities to leave. And then she was like, when people go through that kind of stuff, like they are in it, like they're mentally messed up. And I'm like, well, just leave. Like, I'm thinking like, if I don't like something, I'm out. But she was like, well, you got to think, he got her when she was 19. Yeah. And then you got manipulation and this and this.
You train
so,
them.
I've never been in a situation like that. I know people who have, and I can't relate by the grace of God, but I think your story could help a lot of people. Yeah. And, more, I think whenever people have been through any kind of situation, they should speak on it because it could help somebody. And even when I coach my kids in football, I always tell them my truth and my stories, because it might not help all of them, but if it can help one person, that's a blessing for me. Yeah. So,
I think a lot of people still have that shame when they think about their story when it comes like that, because sometimes I do still feel like I owe my family a lot because looking at it now, I never understood why I put myself through that when I have such a loving family. And I've come from such a good background. Yeah. And it was just a moment in time where I had to learn.
Love is powerful. And I'm not saying it was. Yeah, I'm not saying it was the right kind of love, but you thought you were in love. Yes. And you probably did love this individual. Yeah. And probably did start off healthy, whatever the case is. But at the end of the day, only you know what y'all went through and got to. But, I think that a part of everybody's healing, they should always speak on whatever they've been through. Yeah. But you had to go through those trials to get to where you're at right now.
And I love it. Yeah, you are not never have changed it.
Yeah, if you didn't go through that season, you wouldn't be as strong and courageous and firm as you are right now. So
I don't think I would know what it felt like to be that low. And
come on. You could have fell into it now.
I tell people now, like, God really doesn't give you any other option. You have to choose to get out of it or choose to die in it. Like, that's really what it is. And that's only from my own perspective, my own experiences. That's what I went through. Like, I had to choose it. Was it easy? Hell no. But I feel like if I could have got through that, I can get through anything now.
Period.
And I'm pretty sure, like, God willing, that person's okay. Like, I hope they're fine.
Yeah. Peace be to them.
It's no bad blood. I just sincerely would never want to cross paths with them again. Like, there's just.
And if you do cross paths with that individual, if y'all at the store or whatever,
I think I can smile.
Keep your head up high.
I could at least smile, because, like, you taught me some very valuable lessons.
Come on. Hey, it's not a loss, it's a lesson.
Exactly.
That part.
It's a blessing and rejection.
Come on.
And I love that part. Anyways, so I do want to be respectful of your time.
Okay.
What do you think is the most important legacy you're going to leave behind?
It's actually a good question. I ain't never been asked that. I'm going to say the legacy I'm going to leave behind is an individual who cared about people, who did right by people, who served, and was a loyal individual, for sure. A man who did his best to, do right in the eyes of God and just help everybody.
I love that. So thank you for being on the show. I will link all his information down below. Can you tell the people where to find you? Yeah,
so on Instagram, I'm dgraves7. I got a TikTok. I'll be posting some stuff on there with food stuff sometimes. It's Coach, I don't know if it's Coach Derek Graves or Coach D Graves 7. I'm not even sure. I don't be on it that much. But those are the main things. I got a Twitter, but that's mainly for football reasons and sending out stuff like that. And that should be Coach D Graves 7 as well. So it's always a D Graves with the number 7 because that's it took God 7 days to make the earth, and my birthday's on the 7th. So.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So that's the meaning behind it.
The 7, yeah. That was my number.
I love
my number in college. It's my birthday's on the 7th.
Okay.
And on the 7th day he rested.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's that. Cheat meal Sundays.
You know what time it is, cheat meal Sunday. So I appreciate you for having me on here, and it was a great conversation. And if you want to go another hour, we could. No, I'm just talking.
We can't do another hour. As much as I enjoyed our conversation, we can't do another hour.
I really appreciate you having me on now.
Thank you for coming. I finally got this done. I'm so excited.
No, for sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. As always, you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you guys for being here. As always, I love you guys. And we're getting ready for London. Welcome to season 5.